Okay, so we're coming up now on the penal colony where Alexei Navalny is going to spend the next 2.5 years. It's actually only a couple of hours from Moscow, so that's going to be much easier for his friends, his family and his colleagues to come and visit him here. But that does not mean that Russia's opposition leader is getting an easy ride, because this particular penal colony in the Vladimir region is one of Russia's most notorious.
Hidden behind a corrugated fence and rusty razor wire, colony number 2 looks like a grim, unwelcoming place. You can't see much from outside, but Putin critic Navalny, his head shaven, has already aired his impressions on Instagram. I had no idea it was possible to arrange a real concentration camp so close to Moscow, he posted. And the team behind Navalny, who's already survived a nerve agent poisoning before being put behind bars, has also broadcast these drone images from above, showing the bleak barracks where penal colony prisoners eat, work and sleep. 50 to 60 people crammed into a single dorm, say former inmates. Not ideal during a pandemic.
This is a church.
And this is where you were, this is where you stayed.
Konstantin Kotov says he'll never forget his ordeal on the inside. He's been imprisoned here twice, he told me, after being arrested at anti-Kremlin protests, enduring nearly a year of what he describes as psychological torture. It won't be easy, he says, for Alexei Navalny either. They forbid you to talk with other convicts, he tells me. You're on your feet all day from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and never allowed to sit down. You can't even read or write letters, he says, for weeks on end. And if you break any tiny rule, you'll be disciplined, humiliated and isolated even further, he says. Russian prison authorities insist Navalny will be treated like any other prisoner and won't be singled out. But scrutiny here isn't welcomed.
This is the front gate of the prison colony where Alexei Navalny has been interned. You can see these guards all waiting for us. One of the guys shaking his head there with the lovely dog. Is it possible to register to be in this area? Это возможно регистрации здесь? Нет? Почему? It's because it's the territory of the prison. They said we can't even register to be here. Russians are notoriously secretive about their prisons because they know the conditions inside are poor, not just in this one, but in prisons around the country.
This disturbing video, posted by a Russian newspaper, shows prisoners being cruelly beaten by guards in a penal colony in Yaroslav, the region next door to where Navalny's being held. A Russian court has convicted several people of involvement in what's become a national prison scandal. But it's common knowledge among inmates these kinds of beatings are widespread. Most often they would unscrew a chair leg and hit people on their heels, the former inmate tells me. But after the scandal of his poisoning, they'll probably want to keep Navalny healthy, he says. Their purpose is to restrict his communications and deprive him of his voice.
No, it's forbidden. Okay, all right.
And to keep Russia's most high-profile Kremlin critic firmly hidden from view.
All right, thank you.
Matthew Chance, CNN, Vladimir, Russia.